Justin has laid the groundwork for what worship is and what it means to worship individually. What I hope to leave you with this morning is what it means to worship with you all here at Christ City. Echoing Justin's earlier sentiment, we should live a life of worship. Worship, according to Harold Best in his Unceasing Worship book, says worship is the outpouring response of all that I am into a receiving source, that the source may continually pour back into me. For as long as I live, I will worship God. When we meet on Sunday mornings here at Minor, this shouldn't be the only time we worship God. Again, Justin just said it. Worship should be a life practice. As the Colossians text reminds us, whatever we do should be done in the name of the Lord. Everything we do before, during, and after our service here points back to God. The smallest of details, when traced back up from the macro to the micro and sending it back up, points us back to God. We roll out the carpet to the glory of God because Psalm 150 says, let the timbrel brass, high sounding cymbal, and everything that hath breath, like we sang in the song before, praises God. We create QR codes and short URL web addresses that allow us to live in community with one another, connecting with small groups, volunteering for local events, and even giving to support the mission of the church. Things like the Lord's Prayer are explicitly connecting us to a faith that goes beyond the folks in this room. Less obvious are things like wiping down chairs, yet God is getting glory from that as well. I believe everything that's happened before getting here has led me to Christ City. Again, my mother impressed upon me early that when it comes to ministry, it has to minister to the individual before it ministers to the collective. So when you see me up here emotional, crying, and bent over, it's out of a deep well of gratitude for the God that I serve. The music, the song has done its work on me because it has, I can minister it faithfully to all of you. What is the source that you continually pour into? Does that thing or that person, for me, it's Beyonce's Renaissance album, but does that thing or that person have the capacity or the ability to pour back? If not, I suggest you develop a habit of worshiping.